Morning everyone, and welcome to rattrap25 with not one but two Transformers Prime reviews. The reason why I'm doing two is I do have to apologise. My son broke my computer and he broke my memory card, so I had to go to the shop and basically got paid on Friday. And by the time I was watching it, the episode 20 came up, and I had to say it was only a 5-minute review the last week that I did, so last week's episode 19 and this week's episode 20 actually does tie in, and I've been thinking about it, and I actually think it will be better if I do this with one review on both episodes, because it will explain a lot. In episode 19 is called Rock Bottom. It's basically an episode about Starscream. You do have but the other characters are in it is Jack, Miko, Megatron, Bulkhead, RC. 5 characters basically. 5? No, 6 characters altogether. And in this episode, Jack and Miko, Bulkhead and RC are searching for a hidden energon deposit from the last Decepticons mine when he was still in Starscream's command, when Megatron was going out looking for the secrets of Dark Energon. And basically that's it. Then Starscream and Megatron comes along and Megatron tells Starscream that he's been watching him, he's been been spying on him secretly with Laserbeak, and they end up in a cave, and Megatron just turns around and says, "You've just been amusing me. I've just been playing your little game. Let you play your little game of deceit and denial, and it's just been fun. Well, you're just getting old and tiresome." Sorry, I got a bit of cold. Yeah, and that's basically it. Megatron, RC and Jack come across Megatron and Starscream when Megatron's about to put the final blow to Starscream. Then they start attacking RC, and Megatron causes a cave-in. And Bulkhead and Miko get stuck, and Bulkhead gets caught under a rock, and he has to help stop the cave collapsing in and destroying him by putting the roof over himself and shielding the roof over him. But Miko's starting to run out of air. Megatron gets trapped under a load of rubble. Jack's the only one to survive basically at the moment. Starscream runs already, doing the Starscream. Then he comes to a revelation basically. The only way, if I run away, people will find them. Megatron will find out that I just left him, and people will steal his thunder and say this is a way I could get back on his good books. But so he ends up going in and trying to find Megatron, and return his honour and trust to Megatron. Excuse me. It's not a lot going on in this episode, I can tell you. As I say, it's only gone about 6 minutes now. So Jack finds a Decepticon drill mole drone, finds how to operate it. He ends up coming across Megatron, and he ends up kind of rescuing him. As the conversation with Megatron say, if you want, Megatron says, this is the best time. If you want to take me down now. He says Optimus would. That's what Megatron says. But Jack being Jack and being around Optimus a lot more, he say no, he wouldn't, and just leaves him. Starscream comes across and says, I have come to return to prove that I am worthy of your trust. But he comes across Bulkhead and Miko. Miko's on the verge of running out of oxygen, but she ends up being saved by Starscream. So he just has a long talk and starts threatening Bulkhead and Miko, saying, Miko, you like to play with the big boys, don't you? And basically RC comes across Jack and RC rescue Bulkhead, Miko. And basically instead of Bulkhead holding up the roof, they put Starscream and leave him there to rot. Then Megatron, by the aid of Jack, without Jack knowing, breaks himself free and breaks himself free and comes across Starscream, and Starscream, being the pathetic wimp that he is when he's a coward, says that no match, I came back for you, look into my spark, and my intentions were true, please forgive me. Like I said, not a lot. Not a lot on this episode. But episode 20, now that I said it's called Partners. In this one, there is a lot going on. And the lot is that they have a bit of a G1 G1, I forgot the word, G1 reference, as in an episode reference, the immobilizer when you first meet Carly. And in this one you can see starts off with Starscream announcing is defeat, saying, I know who I am. I were not made to be a leader. I was made to be second in command to Megatron. I am Starscream, second only but to Megatron. Please forgive me. I should have known from the beginning. Thank you, Soundwave, for making me realise who I am. Then he comes walking into a room. Then the credits show. Then after the credits, it goes to Optimus, and say, Optimus, we found a signal from a energon signal from our old ship. Then it cuts back to the Decepticons, and there we go as Starscream enters the main chamber of the Nemesis, where Black Arachnia is that, well, not Black Arachnia, Arachnid starting to dig her little claws into Megatron, and you can see the twist and evil in this character, and I really do like her. I am not a Decepticon fan. I love the Decepticons, but mainly, if I would choose a side, I would be a bot. I would actually be a robot. Autobot. But beside the point now. She starts digging into Megatron's twisted weapon plans and trying power loss. So we go off and say, oh, find out there's a weapon being hidden on a ship where Starscream forgot to note about it in the ship's log, meaning that he had another agenda. But in the past, but now it's showing that he's one and truly loyal to Megatron. He starts getting jealous over Arachnid. And he turns around, apologises, he says, I know the exact location of the ship that you're looking for. Sorry. Sorry about this. So he ends up leading. So Megatron says, you take this mission, Arachnid, but you will go with Starscream. And it seems like Megatron doesn't trust Starscream, he trusts Arachnid more. But he's actually doing it the opposite, saying he trusts Starscream. He's learned his mistakes, he's had enough beatings, he's had enough. And he can see that Starscream, that Megatron, without mercy, beating it in, finally beats it into him and made Starscream so scared that he will never turn on him again. So they end up going to this ship. I can't remember the names. And say, oh, and then it goes, oh, Ratchet picks up, there's two Decepticons on the move to that small energon. So Prime, Bulkhead, RC and B go out. There's no humans in this episode. Thank God. So they go out and Ratney goes in, being the scientist that she is, starts saying, oh, you know, I love to work alone and all that. Starts checking data files, tapping in, Starscream being Starscream, saying, well. You know, like stuttering. Basically, he's trying to say, I shouldn't have done this. I should have. The drones were meant to do this. Trying to make himself look intelligent, but in the end, he was just making himself look stupid. So they start going down around the ship. It finds out that the ship's broken in half. He tells Arachnid where the other half is, hesitant to tell her, but she does a double cross on Starscream. And she finds out. She goes to the other section, and then Prime, Bulkhead, RC, well, basically the Autobots come. And they end up rescuing Starscream, but taking him as his prisoner. But he actually says, I've had enough. He actually believes that Megatron sent Black Arachnid to leave him there to be destroyed. So Black Arachnid well, Arachnid, I keep trying to call her Black Arachnid because I'm so used to her. Arachnid goes off and finds the mobilizer. She Prime and the Autobots take Starscream, and Starscream says, I want to, please forgive me. I want to join your side. All the Autobots were shocked to hear this and say, Prime, being the leader that he is, he has to take the chance, but without precaution. So they lock up Starscream in chains, and they take him as his prisoner. Then Prime and the Autobots go after RC. Go after Black Arachnid. Sorry, I'm very tired. Then goes after Arachnid, and Prime says to RC, stay here, you will be endangering the mission. And then she goes back saying, I need revenge for Tailgate. And Prime says, at the end of the day, you're going to be get endangered the mission by letting your emotions cloud your judgment. But we also see the G1 trailer on Prime. That's great thing. So you see a lot going on in this. So Arcee gets stuck guarding Starscream. Then Starscream and Arcee start talking hesitantly, saying why. Starscream asks Arcee why you are so obsessed about killing or destroying Arachnid, and she says she killed my partner. He said that lying little witch. She took credit of what I done, and Arcee goes, what? And that Starscream says, what? She's saying, Arcee goes, I'm talking about Tailgate. Who are you talking about? He said, no one, no one. Scared. Being the coward that he is. Then he goes. Then she figures it out. Cliff jumper. He said. Then he makes up lies. So she throws the key down. Say, pick it up. Pick it up. And they get into this awesome battle. I say it is a really good battle. Prime and Bulkhead end up being immobilised by Arachnid, and B plays Possum. And then she goes around and starts talking to Prime, saying, what should I do with you? If I hand you over, I will be on Prime's good side Megatron's good side forever. And I will send my own deep agenda. So she's got another plan going on. She's actually sounds like she's going to double cross the Decepticons and Megatron. Excuse me. So I can't wait to see what's going to come out of Arachnid. Because she always surprises me every single time. For fuck's sake, there hasn't been a great character like this for ages. In comic books, yeah. But actually in the cartoon, the last great character that they did was Lockdown. That was a brand new character. That's all. So they Bumblebee attacks Arachnid, blows up the immobilizer. Then Arachnid runs away like every Decepticon does, and she tries to tell Megatron it's Starscream's fault that we've been trapped and the Autobots destroyed the immobilizer. So they're there. Starscream runs away after seeing Bumblebee, and then goes back to the Autobots base, Ratchet says it's just snapped in half. I can fix it easily and demobilise bulkhead and prime into the normal movement auto moving cells so they can move. So tell me about, please comment below for rattrap25. I'll be back next week, promise you, with my usual Transformers Prime update. I'm very sorry, please forgive me, and I know I've been a twat for missing out. Like I said, 19 weren't that really interesting, but it was a good episode to watch, but there's not much to explain for it, but number 20 and 19 make up for it. So please have a nice day. rattrap25 signing off, and I will see you in 2 weeks, all my Transformers friends, at Auto Assembly. So if you want a pint, come over, say hi, I'll buy you one. Cheers.